Welcome to a Friday Reads, where I talk about what I read, what I'm reading, what I hope to get to next, and there are 6 days left in the month, and I am in the middle of 5 to 6 things. Only one of them's an audio. What am I doing? I don't know. Let's get into it. So, I finished The Faithless. I enjoyed finishing it. It's a good book. It's a good time. I don't need to harp on it. I'll have a should you read in the future. I'm excited to read The Sovereign. Let's get into some other stuff. The thing I'm closest to finishing, if I didn't have to film this on Wednesday, if I could have filmed this Thursday, I would have told you guys, hey, I'm finishing this tomorrow. Well, I really like, I'm doing this audio, but I really like the title cards. They have some really fun art on them. This is a very pretty book. Oh yeah, and this is a nice book. I'm glad I picked this up. Whoa, Sal and Gabby break the universe. I'm at the tail end of it. I just haven't been doing a lot of audiobooking, and sometimes I want to listen to a podcast. Sometimes I want to listen to music. Is what it is. But this is very fun. So this is a sci-fi middle grade. I tend to like sci-fi middle grade and young adult more than fantasy. Granted, a lot of this is sci-fi. I've started a lot of science fiction, and I'm not mad about it. The sci-fi girl is back, inadvertently. So Sal's at a new school. He can pull from other multiverses. There are consequences. I think he's 13. It has a really good dynamic with the family. So if you don't like to have family tension, Gabby is a trip, but in a fun way. And I just really like watching the dynamics. And I think Sal is a good combination of well-intentioned, smart child who is not connecting some dots together in a way that you would imagine a 13-year-old wouldn't. And yeah, it's just fun. It's very vibrant. It's full of heritage. He's Cuban. There's a lot of Cubans. And I think it's just a really nice, pleasant time. Very plot driven, kind of what I want for my audiobook right now. So this is the closest thing. This will for sure be finished by the end of the month. Other stuff, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Let's just go through the physical books that I have in my stack, and then I will attempt to remember all the stuff I don't have physically. Getting back to Fresh Dirt from the Grade, I don't have any updates. I'm just showing it to you guys because Evie bought herself a copy and has read the first 2 stories, which means I need to get back to the 3rd story, which I'm halfway through, called It Looks Human When It Rains, which has to do with, I think, Japanese immigrants to Bolivia. This one character, she's older and does an origami class at the prison. That's as far as I got. I need to get back to it. So I would like to read a few more stories of this. I don't know if I'd finish it by the end of the month. It truly depends on how often Evie sends me messages, and that will motivate me. But she's also not, obligated to. It's a very chill thing. And there's only 4 stories left. So it could happen. It could not happen. But happy to be reading this. Gets another country off of my South America list. Still looking for Paraguay, if anyone has anything. My bookstore recommended a postmodern book, but I don't want to read a postmodern book right now, I don't think. So that's fun. And then one that I probably would be reading more. Actually, no, that's all of them. Things are so derailed. So More Perfect by Temi O is my spin book for the month. And I have read the first 66 pages. So I have gotten a good chunk of the way into this, and I am enjoying this. This is an adult book, but it's Saga Press, and I don't think they have a young adult imprint. And so if you read Do You Dream of Terror 2, which primarily followed teenagers going to space, this is also primarily so far following teenagers. Now, that doesn't mean it's young adult. It's just reminding me of reading fast-paced YA young adult stuff. So it has the pacing that I associate with it. But regardless, I'm actually really enjoying this. A book it reminds me of is We Are Satellites. That's what it's reminding me of right now, and I really liked We Are Satellites by Sarah Pinsker. So this is near future, contemporary, sci-fi, and everyone's getting these neuronal implants. And we have 2 characters. We have, what's her name? Moremi, and we have Orpheus. And it's a Orpheus Eurydice retelling, I assume. I don't know how yet. I don't know what the underworld is. I don't know what Orpheus isn't supposed to look back at. I know Hades Town, and I know the story. I don't know how it relates to this sci-fi book. But what I do know is I really like near future technology, the pros and the cons. And there's a lot of intrigue here. Already we've had some fast-paced stuff. Because Orpheus doesn't know a lot about the contemporary world, and Moremi's just a normal high school normal. She's very good at ballet, apparently, and she got the implant later than most of her peers. So I do really want to get back into this. I'm really excited about it. but I got derailed. How did I get derailed? Well, I don't have it on Kindle. I only have this big thing. So at night when I'm in bed, I needed a Kindle to read. So then I started one night, because I also don't have any of these things I just talked about. None of these things are on my Kindle. This was all a mistake. So instead, I had Remember You Will Die, because I have been wanting to read this book. Like, I simply have been wanting to read these books, and I knew the chapters would be kind of short because they're all just obituaries. And I was correct. Now, it's not really good for me to read at night because, like, I don't have quite the focus, but it is a weird, cool story. Like, I don't know what we're going to connect to, but if you like experimental form, you gotta read this, okay? So we have some obituaries from the far future. There is definitely like an AI person thing. There's obviously like this mystery here, and we just keep peeling into other obituaries to fill out the story. I feel like an investigator. It's very fun in that way. Sometimes you just get random definitions of things that are being brought up. Like, I feel like I am reading someone's portfolio of an investigation built on obituaries and some definitions. So I'm very early days in that, but I think it's really cool. But then my mental health was like, man, I don't want to read any of these things. Because, I just didn't want to. It didn't want to a few nights ago. So then I got further into the Worst Best Man, which is for my Latinx bingo for Instagram / I've been wanting to read this romance book for a long time. So I read some of it and I was having a fun time. So then I was like, maybe this is the book I'll read. So just to give you an idea of what this book is about, our main woman love interest, because you get dual POV, which I'm very excited about. She was left at the altar by this guy and was told this by the best man, who was his brother. He is the love interest. So eventually this woman who was left at the altar by this guy's brother will fall for this guy. So we don't have a good starting off point. There's a little bit of bad energy. And she also believes he is the reason she was stood up at the altar. She's got a lot of family energy, which means she puts down her emotions. So she seems like she's very cold to the world and very collected, but that's just how she was raised. The guy is trying to prove that he is as good, if not better, than his brother in their chosen career path in the family business. And per circumstances, she is a wedding planner who is trying to get this gig at the hotel and has the interview of her life and needs to work with her former fiance's brother to get it done. So that's the, situation that they're going to be in, adversarial. I think she's going to pretend to like him to get back at him, maybe. I think it'll be fun. But I haven't gotten very far into it because then my coworker got mad at me. Not really, but I peer pressured. Who is she? So I was talking to my coworker because she really likes Shauna McGuire. And I was like, oh, have you read the Encrypted series? Because I got a bunch of them for the Hugos. Because in the packet, we basically got access to all of them, which is a lot of books. And I've been kind of looking for another long series to read. Now, did I know at the time when I brought it up to her that these are only Audible audiobooks? No. And I don't have enough credits to get all of them. And I don't want to just start listening to the audiobooks and then not have access to them because I'm not going to just buy 16 audiobooks. That's not within my budget. So I have all of the physical reading books. And she's like, I've finished it already. When are you going to start? So I've started the first Encrypted book for first 2 or 3 chapters. And I'm cautiously excited. I think it's the right time of year for me to start something like this. It's got a big Buffy charmed energy. This, I think, was written in 2012, maybe a little later. Can't remember for sure. But we've got a young female protagonist and knows about the secret world sort of thing. And she is of a family that keeps balance and stuff like that. And so has to make sure things in the secret world keep in check. The first scene is her, well, not the first scene, but the scene after the prologue is her in the club dancing and then having to go fight a ghoul in an alley. If that doesn't scream Buffy, I really don't know what screams Buffy louder, So, also, she ballroom dances, which I adore dancing, so I'm hoping that is going to be fun as I unpack that. And it's working better for me than other Shauna McGuire that I've tried since Middle Game. I'm not saying it's Middle Game, because we're not there yet. So yeah, I'm cautiously excited about that. But there are 6 days left. and I'm busy. I don't have audio. The only audiobook I have right now is this one. That's it. Like, that's the only one I have. And I don't think Remember You Will Die will work well as an audiobook for me, at least in terms of the investigative nature. I can maybe try and get this on audiobook. I'll have to see if the library has it. So that's an option. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. So if nothing else, I have so many options, which for whatever mood I'm in. Because I got this cabinet that I'm going to build for our living room that is going to have a lot of my board games get put into it. If you're on Patreon, you're going to get a video of that eventually once I build this cabinet, because right now the cats are loving the box the cabinet's on, and Ryan and I need the energy to build it. Maybe tonight. We haven't committed. I haven't been in the mood, really. But that's something we're going to build in the near future. So that's exciting. We've been watching Invincible. Have I talked about Invincible in a while? This has been our main show lately, and I love it. Okay, so Invincible. Like, I know we have a lot of subversive superhero shows. I don't even think this one's like that subversive. I think it is a superhero show that doesn't hate superheroes and chooses to answer the question, well, what if we didn't completely fall into the same stereotypical trope? What if we handled that trope with a smidge more nuance and follow through, and where will we end up? And I adore it. I adore it. Yeah. Season 1 is really fun because it's a little more campy. Season 2 is heavier for reasons of Season 1. And Season 3, you can feel the healing from Season 2. And I really loved the Eve special. And I just really love it. And yeah, but I love superhero things. So like this isn't like surprising. But Mark is like amazing. Like Invincible himself as a superhero. Like he has a similar power set to Superman. And I wouldn't ever say that he is like Clark Kent or Superman, because they don't have the same upbringing or anything like that. But it's like Mark is a very likable, like cinnamon roll type character who's put through things, and his morals and his decision making is always tested. And I just really like him, and I just want him to be okay at all times. So that's where I'm currently at. And then I'm almost done with Charmed. I am like a third of the way through season 8 of Charmed, which is like so mid-aughts, it hurts. I try not to judge that often when they do things, but we're like in season 8 and they just gave a demon a costume that I legit think I saw that shirt at Kohl's. And I'm just like, guys, we should not have buttons on the cleavage. Like I know that silhouette. I wore that silhouette. That's not what the demon lady should be wearing. But otherwise, I'm actually having a fun time. I find season 8 cringier than other seasons. I just get a lot of secondhand embarrassment. But it is really fun. The actress who plays Billy, she's like one of the main actresses in Big Bang Theory. I can't remember her name. But it is really funny just seeing her in like one of her first like main roles. Because she's so baby in it. She's so baby. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing things. I'm doing nothing consistently. This is way too many books on the go for me. Like I can handle like 3 books on the go. This is a lot for me and my brain. So hopefully I'll close out some of them. Maybe the library gods will see that I can get this on audiobook, because I think that'd be good. And I think this would be a good audiobook. I don't see an issue. It's just a bummer because I think this one is also really easy to physically read. Temio has a really propulsive writing style for me. But that's it for this one. If you just want to leave an emoji to let me know you're here. We did a universe last time. Fairly certain. Leave an eyeball. Because I'm pretty sure this is an iris for an eyeball. I don't know why. I think it's just because Saga Press, this was in there. We, didn't hire new designers track. Like when they went from Black Sun to Fever Stars cover. That's my suspicion. Because this came out a few years ago, like 2023. Yeah, 2023. Does it even tell me who the designer of this book is? I don't know. Anyways, that's it for this one. Like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.